You are now joining the meeting.
He's got great timing. He's got great hands. He's got that it factor. I mean, the ball finds him, but he does a great job of anticipating where shots go. For a guy that is as big as him physically, in terms of he's a thick guy. He's got a very, very, very quick second jump. You start watching him in games go against guys that are bigger than him, and he beats them off the floor with his second jump. And he's got a little. This will go old school on you too. He's got a little Moses Malone in him, in the fact that he rebounds his misses exceptionally well. A lot of times he just puts it up there so he can go get it again, and get a better look and one that gives him a better angle to score. So, along with his tenacity, the one thing I like to say, that I've told our guys, he's kind of like a bully. He just bowls his way to where he wants to go, and he's very, very good at it. And I saw him play in high school when he was in San Antonio, and it's amazing to see how his game has evolved and developed, and he just chases it. He's got a great knack for finding the ball.
Hey, Brad, this is Scott Ritchie. You mentioned starting Big Ten play again. I mean, it was only a month ago that you played Northwestern Maryland, but has enough changed in that time that this is maybe just a kind of an opportunity for a fresh start, or just to get back into Big Ten play, maybe? Well,
I think we all, we all get excited about conference play. I think not just us. I think everybody in the league looks forward to those games and to the meaning of those games. And we lost 2 overtime games that I felt like we should have won. So we've dug ourselves a little hole, so to speak. But the one thing about conference play is it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you have to do your job every single night. Winning on the road has tremendous value. You've got to go compete, you've got to be tough, you've got to execute. And over the course of 18 games or 20 in the future, it is a grind. And this conference does it like no other in terms of home court advantages and attendance, and so it poses some challenges, but one I'm excited about. I love going on the road.
Coach, explain your week of travels. How are you going to do it?
Yeah, we just decided, since we're on break, and we've got 5 of 7. We open conference play with 5 of 7 on the road. So with an 8 o'clock game on Wednesday night, and to get home at 2 in the morning, we felt like it would be more beneficial, since we're not in class. Our guys aren't missing any academic time, and it's we've got half our team in hotels anyway. That it would just be easier to stay in Minneapolis. We'll stay there all day Thursday. We have practice on Thursday. We'll go to a movie. We'll have some good quality time. It gives us opportunity to watch film, and really just put our whole team together. Friday we'll wake up. We'll practice again in Minneapolis. Then we're not in Michigan's arena on their court. We're not in there at all until game time. So we don't have a shoot-around time there. I think they've got a previous event, and then it's a noon game. So we'll just stay in Minneapolis and practice and shoot. And I think we're going to go to their practice gym Friday night when we fly in and just shoot some free throws to get our guys moving a little bit, and then wake up and play on Saturday at noon. So we just felt it was easier, in our best interest, not to fly home, have a real late deal, practice on Thursday, and then turn around and go again on Friday. So we're we're just going to combine the trip, and we'll see how it works out.
Hey, Brad. Nate Mason may or may not play. I mean, he didn't this past Saturday. How different does maybe Minnesota look with Isaiah Washington running the point?
Well, the one thing I saw him listed as questionable day to day. I don't know the extent of his, of his injury, but he's a guy that is so explosive in transition because he's got great range. He loves step-in threes. More importantly, he's a veteran. They do a lot with him in some of their ball screen stuff. He's a tremendous passer. So there's some differences there in terms of the kind of the pecking order of how they play offense. And Washington's more of a guy that probably a better athlete, gets going downhill a little more. He's a guy that is deceiving in the fact that he's does a lot of things that a point guard doesn't do. You can grab 13 rebounds in a game. He's a guy that I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a really, really good player, but Mason's just that guy, that sound guy that they run a lot of stuff through. I expect him to play.
Coach, this is Derek Piper. You talked a lot about flat starts. Is that something you don't have to worry about as much in conference play, knowing the intensity that's ratcheted up?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. We had a pretty flat one against Maryland. I don't know. I'd like to say that I could pinpoint what the deal is, and I don't have that answer. Gosh darn, you'd hope in conference play. I've taken a lot of pride over the course of the last 4 years that we've showed up every single night, and as you get into conference play, obviously, if you don't show up, you're going to lose. And top to bottom, this conference is as good as any in the country, and there's no easy games. So if you don't show up, you don't deserve to win. And we've tried to reiterate that to our guys. And it's something that the bench will get utilized a little more if there's a different if we're not into a start. And as you know, I'm not afraid to make a wholesale line change, and we did it in the Maryland game. But you've got to try to right the ship quickly in those things if it's a slow start.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Leron. You said pretty early on that he could have a chance to be an all Big Ten type of player. Has there been an area where he's improved the most since the time you got him, or is it really just all about consistency with him?
No, I think the one thing he's done an incredible job is he's found tremendous comfort in the way we're playing and where he's getting his opportunities offensively. And I think the one thing that is a testament to that is his double teams the other night against Grand Canyon. He made every right pass, and I love it. I hope everybody in America double teams him, because when you double him, now you're making. He's got the ability to make other players better because of what he does, and he's a great hard shot maker anyway. But now he's passing the ball. He's seeing things. He knows where to look for guys. So I think his comfort level's been there. I still push him all the time. I think he can be an elite rebounder. He did that a little more in the Grand Canyon game. But I think his comfort and it fits him, and he knows where he's at, so to speak, in the pecking order of us trying to get him opportunities.
Is that all here for Coach? All righty, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.